Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News for Saturday, June 18, 2016. I'm Sharon Garraway with the detail. Miss Dazzle Rajisha Hazel is Miss Patina 2016. Hazel was among 7 contestants who took to the stage last night and also captured the best swimwear with her form-fitting figure. First runner-up was taken by Miss Laurie John, Miss People's Pharmacy, and she also took the Best Interview category and was voted Miss Congeniality. Second runner-up was Keishel Robertson, Miss Fanfare Events, who took the Best Talent and was selected as Miss Photogenic. Best Evening Wear went to Zakia Morford, Miss Touch of Pearl. The lovely young ladies who graced the stage, lovely young ladies who graced the stage, at the Miss Patina Queen Show were Miss Wenique Walker, Miss Red Dog Garage, Antoria Comerbatch, Miss Cato's Heavy Equipment, and Stacey Payne, Miss Prime Consulting. After the Queen Show, revelers took to the streets for Juve and partied the night away. Forget about the politics, so says St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority Chief Executive Officer Glenn Beach, as he calls for Vincentians to get on board with the construction of the Argyle International Airport. In speaking at a media conference earlier this week, Beach says the AIA is a huge game changer for the tourism sector. He is, however, appalled and appeals to Vincentians to be patient and explain that the intricacies of airline industry is diverse.
You know, people are anxious about the airport opening. If you're anxious, imagine how we feel from the tourism industry, because we can't wait for that to happen. But I want people to be patient. I've never seen a construction project come in on time, whether it's a wall house, wooden house, or anything. And as many of you know, when building anything, the finishing is what takes time. And I want people to also understand, it's not a matter of just picking up E.T. Joshua, staff, and everything, and moving it out to Argyle. This is an international airport you deal with. The intricacies are much different. Take, for example, most people will not realize that one of the things AIA will have to do, they will have to purchase ice machines. Now people might say, why does AIA have to purchase ice machines? They have to purchase ice machines because they have to service the international flights that come in. Because when international flights come in, they change their food, they change the ice and so on. And I just use that as an example to just show that it goes a lot deeper than what we're doing at E.T. Joshua.
Over the past 34 years, East Caribbean Feeds, a subsidiary of the Eastern Caribbean Group of Companies, ECGC, has built a legacy of providing top-quality animal feeds to livestock farmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and throughout the OECS. According to the marketing manager, Rachel Haslam, they will have and will continue to contribute to the food security and to the livelihood of livestock of farmers here in SVG. Speaking at a seminar on livestock husbandry, best practices earlier this week, Haslam outlined that throughout her partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture, the Eastern Caribbean Feeds have been able to assist in the development of livestock farming in SVG. She urged the participants to actively engage themselves in the seminar and to ensure that they put what they have learned into practice.
Our partnership has extended to engage the services of regional consultant Dr. Robert Thomas and our own in-house vet, Dr. Tahoma Richard. They're here to assist in the further development of the livestock farmers in all the communities that we serve throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Seek to lift your game just a step at a time. I know sometimes when we come to seminars it may sound very overwhelming, and it may also sound very expensive, the suggestions that may come forward. But if you were just to adopt 1 or 2 of those best practices per year, you will certainly improve on your farm and on the products that you offer your customers. We wish to give you a very practical token of 1 bag of animal feed to take back to your farms. And this is just our way of saying thank you for the support over the years.
Reaffirming the Ministry of Agriculture's commitment towards the development of livestock sector here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Agricultural Officer Don Stapleton commended the Eastern Caribbean Group of Companies Feeds for their collaborative efforts to enhance the sector. He also stressed the need for livestock farmers to develop themselves and their skills, as they should see the possibility of creating a business in livestock farming.
So 2 farmers have to see their pig production the small ruminant production as a business. At the end of a production cycle, you are expected, when you tally up your financial returns, there is a positive light. You are no longer in the red. And farmers have to make sure that their pig production, their small ruminant production, is viable for their times. Before you start your business, it is quite important for you to identify who your marketers, who the person you're going to sell your produce or your pork and your mutton to, so that when your product reaches to standards for marketing, there is not a marketing problem. And therefore, it's important for farmers to have this need, be involved in this cutting edge of technology.
Noting that the ministry plans to keep on top of issues which affect livestock farmers here, Stapleton highlighted that new legislation is being developed to deal with predial larceny. He further urged participants to use their newfound knowledge to empower themselves and other livestock farmers.
And while the Ministry of Agriculture is developing legislations, and I want to say new legislations, the farmers themselves have to take it on their own to provide some means of reducing the larceny effect on their farms. For example, some of them can build houses, and where possible, they can put in security alarms. They can also develop neighborhood water, something to that effect, so as to reduce their losses. I also want to remind the farmers that the information that they gather here today, that they're going to use it back on their farm, and not only on their farm, but they're going to tell those other farmers who are not able to come here today about the new innovative and initiative of SVG-TV.
Barry Antoine, a 44-year-old laborer of Layu, has been arrested on 2 separate gun and ammunition charges. He was escorted to the Serious Offences Court yesterday before Chief Magistrate Rishon Brown. He pleaded not guilty to having in his possession 1 9mm pistol and 2 rounds of ammunition without a relevant license. It was during such time that Senior Prosecutor Adolphus Delpesh objected to his bail, telling the court that there had been a recent shooting incident in Layu and the defendant is of interest to the police in that matter. The court prosecutor also noted that a firearm that was allegedly used by Antoine was reportedly stolen from him, which is yet to be recovered. He said that there is presently a gun feud in Layu, which persons are exchanging guns like water.